Mr. Leno, do you have a second for WTOP? We interviewed you on radio before you came to the Kennedy Center a couple months ago.
Oh, okay.
We did the radio, yeah. So nice to see you in person.
Thank you.
I know Jerry said he's been doing TM for about 40 years or so. What about it? What is it for you? Have you been doing it for that
No,
long?
I just found out about it 5 minutes ago, so I haven't really had a chance to. Yeah.
Well, it kicks in quick then. If you just found out.
You know, I like to do charity stuff. It doesn't matter. Sometimes it's breast cancer. Sometimes it's cystic fibrosis. Whatever it is, people always say, "Is this the most important?" No, you can't say the eye bank is more important than the cancer thing. I mean, with the situation now in healthcare the way it is in America, every single facet needs some help, and it's not really hard. You come in, you tell some jokes, and it raises some money. It's not like I'm sweating my head off here, So it's just for a good cause, and it's fun.
Well, under these lights, we might be sweating our heads off a little bit. But you were here a couple years ago for Mark Twain Prize, obviously, and then I think Letterman's getting it later this year. So you said something in our interview I wanted to follow up on about how you guys were there was like a push and pull between you guys. He was like the wordsmith, and you taught him maybe a little of the showmanship. So.
Well, I remember when Dave first came to L.A., I think he admired my performing skills, and I admired his ability to put together really unique phrases that were different and funny from all the other comics. But he was initially awkward on stage, and when I went up and I introduced myself, and he said to me, "Oh man, how can you be so confident up there?" And I said, "Oh, I know, I kind of do this," and we talked, and we just sort of exchanged pointers back and forth, so it was fun.
You also said something about Carson gave you a great piece of advice earlier in your career.
Well, yeah, what Carson did was, Johnny said to me, you should write your jokes out. All you got to do is sit down. Because you have two things. You have the ability to perform a joke, because there are people who can take a joke that's not funny and perform it well and get a laugh with it. And there are people who can write great jokes but can't perform it very well, but they get a laugh because the joke itself is funny. So the trick I learned from Johnny was take a joke, go on stage and read it from a card as dull as you possibly can. If it gets a laugh, now you know I have a funny joke. Then add a performing element to it, and then you got something that works on two levels.
And that stuck with you the rest of your career?
Yeah, that works.
All right. Well, have fun tonight, sir.
Thank you.
Hi, we met at the Mark Twain thing.
Oh, hello again.
2 years
How
ago.
are you?
Hello again. You did that great. You all were on stage. Chelsea Handler and Katie.
Oh, yeah. Well, thank you.
That was a blast. So you're just coming into this 5 minutes ago. Is that true?
Well, I'm here because it's a good cause.
Okay, so some people have a hard time going into that place where you actually sit and be quiet. Would that drive you crazy?
No, not at all. I'm a pretty calm person. I'm not a stressful person. I can't say I ever really get stressful. I just sort of relax. I have to play. What is that?
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
You don't need TM.
Huh?
No.
Oh,
He's too relaxed.
Yeah, you're like the only person I would not recommend.
no, I have
TM
serious.
to.
I have serious radio. So
Right.
I'm all right. Yeah.
But if you had to do it, which car would you do it in?
Yeah, that's exactly
Which
it.
car? I want to know
No, you know what I do?
exactly which car.
I always clear my head before I go in. I always tell performers, if you have a problem or something in your life, just take care of it. Even if it's not your fault, say it's your fault so you can go on stage with a clear head. And that's what I do. I've always trained myself to, whenever I walk through the door of my house, all my problems are gone as soon as I see my wife. I never bring work home. But my wife would always get mad at me. What's this thing about in the papers going on with the Tonight Show? Oh, it's nothing. Oh, yeah. Because my dad I never saw my mom and dad really ever argue. So I always was one of those people. The arguments are for outside the house, not inside the house. So that's very simple. It's not exactly TM, but it's kind of a version of it. You sort of you clear your head so you don't have problems.
And do you know David Lynch personally?
Well, I know him as well as you know people in showbiz. Guest on the show, go in the dressing room, say hello, that kind of stuff.
Because I find his adopting this TM thing to be interesting, considering he did Twin Peaks and Firewalk with me, which are kind of totally the opposite.
Well, that's okay.
I mean, if you watch them, you definitely need to have
that's sort of what I
meditate.
Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true.
Did you want to ask?
Jay, you've been a big supporter of veterans for a long time.
Yeah.
David Lynch said that he thinks this idea of meditation, everything, can be a good thing for veterans who going through post-traumatic stress, and coming back from the war and everything. Like, you've been a big supporter of veterans for a long time. Just what's it like to be here in Washington and supporting our service members, even in this small way? Tonight's going to raise a lot of money for grants for service members.
Well, I mean, it's the least I can do. I didn't serve, so I was one of those candy asses that stayed home. So I had a high draft number. I didn't get called. And my brother served. He was a Vietnam veteran. And so I do it a little bit for him. And any generation that fights is the greatest generation. I mean, people don't realize the Iraq, Afghanistan has gone on twice as long as World War II. I mean, World War II was, 4 years, maybe? I mean, this is twice as long as that. And we live in a world now where 1% of the country owns everything, and the other 1% protects it. And then there's all of us in the middle that just kind of walk around bumping into each other. So the top 1% doesn't need any help. They got all the money. So we should help out the bottom 1% that does the fighting and the protecting and all of that. So.
Well, I like bumping into you again.
Nice
2
seeing you.
years
Thank
ago.
you.
Thanks
Catch
so
you
much.
soon.
Thanks. Hello.